I am so excited to be in the home and in the kitchen of Melissa Clark, the author of the new book, Dinner, but who everyone knows from the New York Times and the Good Appetite series that you do. So first of all, we're going to talk about kitchen appliances, but let's start with what dinner is, because dinner is obviously a large topic to take on.
It really is. Well, the book is called Dinner, Changing the Game, and the idea behind the book is that people get stuck in their dinner ruts. You've got your job, you've got your family, you've got so much going on. The last thing you want to sit around and think about is, what if I add cilantro to my,
my repertoire of things I always make every day.
So that's my job. So what I did in this book was I took familiar techniques, so there's nothing hard at all in the book, and I added unusual flavor combinations. Things that people maybe wouldn't have thought of. For example, adding, using yogurt like a sauce. So we all love yogurt, for breakfast, but if you take plain yogurt and you add a little olive oil and a little salt and a little crushed garlic and you put it on just whatever chicken or salmon, it becomes so delicious for no effort. You have it in the fridge. Little combinations like that. Harissa maybe, which is great, or any kind of chili paste. Add a dab here, a dab there. It makes everything brighter. And so that's what I did in that book. And it's 220 recipes, which is a lot.
We're going to talk a little bit about some of the essential kitchen items that you have, because I think for a lot of people, they sort of think to themselves, I don't have the right equipment to do this. And Dinner is a book that is really about the basics. But what are the basics that you think people need to have at home to have like a stocked home kitchen?
Yeah, there are not that many things. People get all freaked out and they think, do I need to have the latest, like the latest electric pressure cooker?
Right. I was going to say pressure cooker because that's always my scariest thing.
But you don't, or do I need to have, a food processor? And those things are great if you have a giant kitchen. But what you really need, I've picked out my sort of 3 go-to things that I use more than anything in the kitchen. By the way, I'm taking it for granted that you have a knife and you have a cutting board.
Right.
So we're gonna be like, this is like B level, and you have a fridge. Maybe you have a pan.
Right.
So this is like the next level up. And my favorite thing is the sheet pan. I cook as many things as I can get away with on the sheet pan. Basically, if it doesn't move, I'm going to grab it, cover it with olive oil, put it on a sheet pan, and roast it. And it's going to taste delicious. So everybody, I think, should have at least one. I recommend getting 3 of these. They're cheap, they last forever, and that way you can roast multiple things. You probably have 3 racks in your oven. You can have 1 on each thing.
Is there a certain type of sheet pan? Because this is like,
this is aluminum.
This is the basic.
Yeah, this is aluminum. This is just an aluminum sheet pan. What you're looking for in a sheet pan is it should be heavy duty. So it should be, it should be fairly heavy for its size. It should be, the rim should be pretty low. It's about 1 inch, as opposed to say like a regular baking pan, which has a higher rim. That is gonna trap steam in the pan and you get a moister type dish. It's better for roasts where you want it to be a little moist. For a sheet pan, you want to get as much caramelization as possible. And so low sides help you out with that. It allows the heat to reach every little nook and cranny in there. I think 12 by 18 is sort of the standard. You want to see something cool?
Yeah.
This is unscripted, people.
Whoa, we're going in the drawers.
This is in the drawer. Okay, this is my, it's a cute little one. So this is the cute, this is called a quarter sheet pan. And I love these because say that I'm just cooking for, I'm just making something really simple for my family, and I've got 3 chicken legs. 1, 2, 3. And then I don't have to mess up a whole big pan. It's easier to wash. Both of these things go in the dishwasher, by the way.
So we've got our sheet pans. What are then like the next level up of things we need?
So I'd probably put it on the same level, but your kitchen shears. Now, you can use a knife for anything pretty much that you can use kitchen shears for, but kitchen shears are easier for certain things. I really like them for quickly cutting up greens. So you know how you get your greens in a package and you've got like your washed baby spinach and you're about to put it in your pot? I take this and I just go right in there. I don't even dirty a cutting board.
And you're not like taking it out and then like holding it on and trying to chop it, which we've all done before.
Tomatoes, cans of tomatoes. So you're making your marinara, you're making your pasta sauce, you open your tomatoes, and I like to use whole tomatoes rather than crushed because I want some texture.
Right.
So I've got my whole plum tomatoes. I take this and I go right in the can. And then it's just so much easier than taking that squishy wet thing out and trying to chop it.
Right.
And also, this is a little advanced. This is an advanced maneuver, but I really tell people that if they're really into roast chicken, they should learn how to spatchcock. For people who don't know, spatchcocking is when you take your chicken and you want to cut it open along the backbone, and you open it up and you roast it flat. And it roasts quickly, more evenly, skin gets gorgeous brown.
Last but not least, we have one more item here, which is one of my favorites as well, the microplane. So for those who are not familiar, what do you do with a microplane?
Okay, a microplane is essential for grating anything that you want very finely grated. So lemon zest, and it'll give you feathery piles of lemon zest that, as opposed to a box grater where you scrape your knuckles and you get kind of thick, damp bits. This is so much, you get a much more beautiful, grated product. I love it for ginger, but my go-to is garlic. I use this for garlic. I used to use a garlic press. Or sometimes I would really mash it and use the side of a knife to make a garlic paste.
Right.
This gives you garlic paste in 2 seconds. You take your garlic clove, you just, it falls out from here. And that garlic paste, what is so special about that garlic paste as opposed to pressed garlic or minced garlic is that it doesn't burn. So you can rub that paste all over your chicken, all over your fish, roast it at high heat. It's so finely, it's almost disintegrated that it won't burn. It'll just flavor anything you want it to flavor. I also love it in salad dressings because the same thing, it's so fine that you don't even get those little pieces of garlic.
Right.
You just get garlic flavor.
Thank you so much for giving us your insider kitchen tips. And obviously, if you want some of those recipes, I don't know how you wouldn't after those descriptors, you can pick up the book now. It's called Dinner. Melissa Clark, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming by.